Yes.
But are we maybe looking a little too far ahead? Should we pull it back one step? Should we even be talking about gender identity if we can't even talk about safe sex yet? Because what's taught in sex education, don't do it. Don't do it.
Everything's
abstinence,
it's abstinence.
Don't do it.
And that's a real problem.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, again, when you take a look at the evidence in terms of what works, what's very clear is that comprehensive sex education that involves talking about abstinence, but also talking about being faithful and also talking about use of condoms and contraceptives is far more effective in terms of delaying the beginning of, sexual activity, in terms of being safe and so forth, than is abstinence only. I mean, Sarah Palin ought to know this.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, she's got a living example in her own household.
We've got a blog.
We have a blog
Yes.
about this.
Okay, let me read this to you. Recently, I signed up as a volunteer to give talks at secondary schools, JCs, and polys to raise AIDS awareness. It seems that talking about A, contraception, and B, homosexuality, is frowned upon. Abstinence is the only sexual thing that the authorities are happy for volunteers to talk about. So, safe sex is not important. All you're told is
No sex.
no
Don't
sex.
do it. Yeah.
No sex.
Hello,
So-
kids. Welcome to sex education. Don't do it. End of class.
It's the shortest
Go.
period you have. There was a survey done of youth from ITE. 30% thought that washing their genitals after sex prevented pregnancy.
Huh?
15% think urinating after sex prevents pregnancy. 16% think exercising after sex prevents pregnancy.
Are we talking about ITE students here?
These are ITE students, okay?
Me.
So they're old enough.
1 in 4 youth that were surveyed are sexually active. Half of them don't use condoms or any form of contraception.
There's also been a rise in sexually transmitted diseases amongst teenagers. STI Control reported that cases rise 3 to 5% each year. Now, last year there were more than 800 new cases of infection amongst youth.
And just one other figure that is very relevant, okay? 12% of abortions in Singapore are by teenagers.
Yep.
Wow.
Scary figures, aren't they?
8 years of sex education, compulsory sex
I know.
education in our schools. What's going on?
What's going on?
Why isn't it working?
From a teacher's point of view, there's a lot of things that we have to teach. I mean, teachers